Well, guys, how did you all make it through the storm? Depending on where you are in the country, anyway. Um, Yesterday, even though, as far as I know, there were no tornadoes that they claimed touched down in my area. Now, the night before that, in other areas, what is it, Mississippi, that tornado that destroyed at least two towns. But you got to remember, these were small towns, and this was a mile wide. When it hit the ground, it was a mile wide. Tornado. Now, if that was a big city like Indianapolis, Indiana, yes, the damage would be bad, but it wouldn't have took out the whole city. Now, the two cities this tornado took out probably weren't a mile wide. I think the biggest one was a little over, about a mile and a half, 2 miles wide. So maybe the entire town wasn't completely destroyed, but so much of it that it might as well have been. Uh, let's talk about not that night. Look at what's been happening out west, California. All the water and snow and mudslides and all that. People, you know, the earthquake over in Turkey, on the border of Turkey and what was it? Syria, I believe. Look at that. Uh, the starvation that's going on in this world right now. Look at that. Look at just, I can keep going on, folks. If you don't own a Bible, I suggest you get one, and at least a King James version. They're not the full Bible, but from you're not going to be able to afford the real Bibles. They're in collections today. Nobody's going to let you have one of them unless you got a gazillion of dollars or more. So you got to deal with what you can get. From what I have found in my time frame, the King James Version, and not just I mean, people, you got to understand, they keep removing and taking away stuff and trying to twist what they leave in it. This book, at where we're at in God's timeline, they've been trying to destroy it for many generations. They've been removing things. There's things that should be in it that aren't. And it's all been decided by certain people. But this is what I'm here to tell you. If you get a King James Version Bible and you study the New Testament, learn what Jesus was put here to teach us, that's the most important thing. Do those things. Research Jesus. Don't worry about researching the Old Testament because there's been too many people messing with that. Let's just try to research. It's all been messed with, folks. It's all been messed with. The thing of it is God knows this. Jesus knows this and is a part of it, fixing this. The Holy Spirit, which you are anointed with when you get baptized and are reborn, knows this. So, if you're struggling with thinking, well, the Bible, it's been so screwed with, well, see, you're still denying. You're still denying what God can do because you're claiming man can beat God. This is what this whole climate change, everything, all this is about. These generations that are backing this crap, the politicians, all of them, they think they can fix what God started because God didn't know. God didn't know. Or no. Well, I'm sorry. No, because that's wrong. That is, you guys got me and I caught myself because there ain't anybody in Washington, D.C. that believes in God. And they prove it by what they vote for, what they back, and the laws that they pass. So, if those people are the ones you are following, then you are following men, especially if you think, oh, AOC, cow farts are killing us all. Because everything happened by an accident. Everything happened by an accident. But if there's just one or maybe two things missing out of your atmosphere, and I only use that word because that's the word you understand. It's actually, if only one or two molecules are missing in your heavens, life on the dirt or in the seas would not exist. One or two of those pieces of your sky, that's uniform. Just like if we weren't breathing out carbon dioxide, which the planets, I don't even use that word, the plants absorb carbon dioxide and put out oxygen. The plants on the dirt of the earth make oxygen. And the humans, animals, everything else on the earth that breathes the oxygen produces carbon dioxide for the plants. And you guys think this happened by accident? By accident? You think that pooping in the woods by all the animals doesn't produce a topsoil? The leaves falling off the trees doesn't produce a topsoil that you can grow your fruits and vegetables and all that other stuff in, that you can grow the hay or whatever else, your oats, all the other stuff you might feed your animals on your farm, the trees that you build your houses out of, all this stuff. This just happened by accident. And you got how many planets in your galaxy that it only happened on one by accident? And you haven't been able to prove anywhere else in your so-called fake space. People, your space couldn't exist with a pressurized gas atmosphere. This is your words, not mine. A pressurized gas atmosphere. Is there pressure on the earth? We're sitting here at 17 to the negative or some, I don't know. I don't remember what it is now. But they'll give you a measurement of pressure. Then look up in the second law of thermodynamics what it takes to have gas molecules that will build pressure, even a 100 millionth of a pound of pressure. They have to have something to bounce off of. With an endless vacuum of space, there is nothing for them. There's an endless volume of space for them to travel outward in. There's nothing for them to bounce off of. In order for you to have gas pressure, I know you guys were never taught this. And I know the books are being taken away. But the theories do not prove anything. And cow farts do. If you think cow farts are killing you, then there must be a vaccine for it. Am I right? There's a vaccine for everything that's killing you. Get your cow fart vaccine. Get your cow fart vaccine today, or you may die. Love you guys. Till the next one.